Hey, welcome back to Dee's Roads. I'm Dee. Over my last few videos, I've briefly mentioned what I use as far as a portable toilet setup for my car camping adventures. I have been car camping part-time in my Hyundai Santa Fe Sangria since September 2021, and I've gone through two different variations of the method I use to go to the bathroom when I don't have a public restroom available to me, or maybe it's inconvenient, or in this case, it's super dirty and stinky and I can't stand to be in there for more than 25 seconds. So the very first method that I ever used is super simple and super cheap. When I first started, I didn't have enough space in my vehicle for one of those portable toilets that I'll show you here in a minute. And so what I did was I got a little bit crafty and I went ahead and decided to reuse a coffee container as my toilet. How does that work? So basically what I would do is I would lay in my bed, I would put this underneath me and kind of like squat over it like that. And use this for number ones. Number twos, I would just go to a public restroom. Unless there was an emergency, then I would just put a bag inside of here and kind of handle my business like that. And the best part about this is you could just close it back up. You really don't have to worry about spillage. Put it on the floor of the car, and then when you go to a public restroom, you can dump it and clean it. So that was the very first method that I used. I used this method for the majority of my car camping time since September 2021. So for about 2.5, pretty much almost 3 years, this is the method that I would use. Of course, this is not the same coffee container, but this worked for me. Super simple, and I didn't have to worry about odors either. Now, since I've removed 2 of the 3 of my second row seats, I do have more space to incorporate a portable toilet, which makes things a little bit easier, especially when you have, I don't know, something like a bum knee that you keep re-injuring over and over and over and over. So this next method is the method that I'm currently using, and it's been working really, really, really well. Number 1, I have a bad knee, and number 2, I drink a lot of coffee and I need to incorporate more water into my diet because I often get leg cramps. So yeah, so this method saves me from injury and pain. I now have a portable toilet that easily, as you can see, collapses down. So to set this up, it's pretty darn easy. Now, I normally wouldn't set this up outside on the ground, but for lighting and for space, being that I do have a small space to work with inside of my SUV camper, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate out here where we have plenty of light and plenty of space. All right, so this is the top of the toilet, and basically I just lift these and snap them into place. And this toilet supports, I think, up to almost 300 pounds, something like that. Okay, there we go. So there's a little toilet, right? Oh, but I'm not done yet. All right, so we'll move this stuff to the side here. As you can see, it's a pretty small setup. So this is a puppy pad, and what I do is I just put the puppy pad inside of here. There we go. Open the can, put it inside of here, so that way if there's any spillage, that puppy pad is going to catch it. Okay, so I take one of these compostable camping toilet bags. Just put this bad boy right in here. Put it inside. And then I just put this bag over the top of the trash can. So here's how we're looking so far now with that setup. And so basically what that does is, now I'm gonna put the top back on where you can see I now have a toilet seat. So basically what this setup does is it prevents leakage from the bottom because that puppy pad is in there. Number 2, all of my waste goes into the coffee container via this bag. So basically, if anything gets around the sides, it's okay because it just flows down into the bag into where that coffee container is. Now, if I'm going for a number 2 and I don't want my car to be stinky, I have this on-the-go poopery spray that I've recently started using. You just give it a few sprays in there, and that takes care of like the immediate stank, right? So once I'm done doing my business, go ahead and I take this bag, tie the bag, put it inside of the coffee container, close it up, no more smells. Now, the other thing I do, especially if I'm on a long trip and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to a place where I can dump my waste quick enough or as quick as I'd like, I have this extra container. So what I'll do is, especially if I use the bathroom at night and I want to set up my toilet for the next morning, because you know, sometimes in the morning you gotta go. So what I'll do is I'll just put my waste in there, of course in a sealed bag, close that up, and it prevents the smells from getting out into the car. And then, of course, with a clean bag, I just set everything back up once again, and that's it. Now, where do I put this when I'm inside of the car? Let me show you. I will set it right down here. That way, in the morning, all I have to do is come out of bed right here. Now, I have a black sheet over all this because Sky is with me, and we're kind of like in a sandy, beachy surface right now, so her paws are just like all dirty. So I put that black sheet over my bed to kind of save my bed from getting dirty. I also do that so people, if people look in, they can't see that I have a bed in the car. So I just get up out of the bed, go over here. So I have the toilet set up. And then of course I have my toilet paper and such right there in easy reach. And I ain't gonna lie, there are also times if my legs are feeling a certain kind of way and I can't get down into that space, this is what I'll do. I'll put the toilet right here over top of my bed, and then I'll just sit right here. I have plenty of headspace, and I can go ahead and handle my business right there, and then I just put it right back down on the floor. Now, to help me stay fresh, of course, dude wipes, any kind of wet wipes are awesome. I recently picked up this one. I think it's like a seasonal offering. It's called Dumpkin Spice. You get it? Instead of pumpkin spice, Dumpkin Spice, yeah. And then this other little thing that I've been showing folks, and it's really, it really helps you to stay fresh with minimal effort and minimal space, which is important in your car camping setup. This device right here is called Culo Clean. And this particular one happens to be glow in the dark, so that's also helpful. But basically what you do is you take just a regular old water bottle, and after you're done doing the do, give yourself a little spritz, okay? So this is a portable bidet, which is awesome in making sure you stay fresh. Now, of course, there are other methods. A lot of people use like horse pellets and wood chip shavings and things like that to go ahead and like to handle smell and absorption and things like that. There are a lot of awesome techniques out there, including this technique that I've showed you. At the end of the day, it really comes down to what works for you. So if you have a car camping toilet or a camping toilet, put in the comments what you use. Let's share our tips and ideas with each other. And if you want to see an update on the body work that I've done to Sangria so far after that coward performed a little hit and run on her, let me know, and I'll include some clips of that in the next video if you're interested in seeing how the body repair is coming along so far. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Happy car camping and safe travels. See you next time.